Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to have videos of the paid request, this time from Shawn, for another episode of The Sopranos. Season 1, this time episode 6. At the end, he had sent a generous request for me to commentate on 10 episodes of Season 1. So here we go. Thanks once again for anyone who wants to request any type of videos or topics, reactions, commentaries, re-reviews, what have you. Feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. There we have the HBO logo, and once again, the famous music and intro that fits the show fairly well. As the first 5 episodes, the last one, episode 5, I wasn't really a big fan of. It was like 56 minutes long, so it was longer than the other episodes. I felt it. The whole bit between the wife and the priest didn't really do much for me. I get the idea, but it just wasn't that fascinating. The stuff between Tony and his daughter, there's some nice sweet moments, but pretty much just end up with there's a guy who was a made man who turned traitor, so to speak, told the cops, was in witness protection, and Tony got up and strangled the shit out of him. Of course, he lied to his daughter on what he really did. He's not going to be telling his daughter they murdered someone. Obviously, there's some tension with him and his wife. His wife thinks Tony's sleeping with the therapist. But of course, we know he's not. This one's directed by Alan Taylor. The name sounds familiar. That's not the guy who did the second Thor film, is it? Ah, John Hurd, who was in one episode. I forget, was episode 3 or 4 he was in. He's a dirty cop, but he's also an investigator getting Tony some evidence. So Tony's still paying to see this therapist get watched? Guess so, yeah. Because he didn't trust Tony. I mean, Tony didn't trust her. Wife, daughter, and mother. They all break your balls. And they're all Italian. It's a good question. Why does the therapist keep seeing Tony when it could lead to a lot of awkward moments and tension? At least the possibility of awkward and tension. So why does she just go, I'll put you to another doctor? Man, this guy just did not the fuck out. I wonder for what reason. Mm-hmm. We have the uncle who's the new boss that Tony put as the new boss. This guy almost looks like Mr. Magoo. So it's Jen. So this guy's grandson was killed as getting his soup made. Yeah, sure give more details to make the guy more fucked up. Motherless fuck's name. So the uncle's now seen the mom in the retirement home, and yeah, so you say. This mother is a fucking two-faced prick. She couldn't handle being in the goddamn home herself because she almost burned it to the ground. Tony does a bunch of stuff. She won't do anything to fix her situation. And now she's gonna fucking turn on Tony and get him killed. Tony can't get it up. Hmm. Holy shit. Damn, that ratcheted up quick. First he's like, conversation around him might as well be a fucking dildo. Then she talked shit. Then he's like, what the fuck? Then throwing fucking candles at him. Damn, that ratchet up. Talk about lighting a fire under your ass, especially with that candle. Damn. There's Vincent Pistori on the left there. Let's see what this is about. So his buddy is being forced to pay taxes, and now he's thinking of leaving. And Tony ain't happy about that. $500,000? Jesus Christ. Why don't you just ask to be bent over and take the fucking lamp up the ass? For fuck's sake. Shit. Okay, I wonder what this will be about. Well, you did have the incident with the candles, so of course now there's going to be a shitload of other candles. Is it going to be like the therapist under there? He's definitely having one crazy dream. More like a wet dream. There's a reason why we don't see her face. Is it his uncle or is it the therapist? Therapist or his uncle? Yep. Yep, it was the therapist. Go figure. I guess part of his psychology is realizing that it's healthy to talk to someone, and it's hard to have a conversation with anybody else to unleash and take all the problems off your shoulders. And he thought being a mob boss was an easy business. Actually, no one ever thought that. No wonder he had all those issues starting on episode 1, blackouts, and needed a therapist with all the shit going on every single day. Johnny Sack. Why? I mean, oh, maybe say that for the 10th anniversary. This is only the 8th. Or I guess it said 8. There's an 8th there, so I guess 8th. Wait, no. Their kid's a lot older, so they've probably been married for a lot longer. Why did it say number 8? This is like 18th or something. Or there's something else to it. Wow, what a happy anniversary. You've seen funerals happier than this. She definitely wants nothing to do with that. Still doesn't trust. And having all sorts of issues with her car, too. Damn. Probably triple bill her. Like in real life. Here's the bill that you want, here's the bill that they think, and here's the bill that you get. I can't blame her. That was a pretty funny joke. When was the last time you had a prostate exam? I don't let anyone wag a finger in my face. So there's a psychological problem. Of course, with this guy's going on, of course they have to be psychological with all the shit going on in his head. Has to be. Well, true, it's not your money, lady, and you're spending all his money. Why is it 500,000? Well, I guess if you say a bid enough price, maybe deep down you only wanted 100,000. You say 500,000. That's crazy. Well, how about three? How about 250? Well, instead of 100, you get 250. So now he's just having all sorts of hot dreams with a therapist. He's definitely having a shitload of problems here. His wife isn't. Business outfit? I love the insults Tony just sheds out. No, you fucking wackadoo. Did say you a fucking whore, lady. Did say you a fucking whore? I didn't say that. If not, they're pretty close to being bananas. All the shit going on there. No shit, that's not good. Although, if you're done about jerking off, don't have a box of tissues right in the middle of that table. Obviously, it's bad for tears or blowing your nose, but still. Like a what? Is this gonna be an? Is it gonna be another dream? Interesting clothes he's wearing too. Like almost looks like all one complete color. Almost looks like the color scheme that she's wearing in her suits. Is that him watching through the fucking windows on them? I mean, if she catches him, it's gonna be like, how the hell do you know where I lived? All this other stuff. Actually, we, the audience, know that was Tony. That was obviously Tony watching or something. Someone, obviously Tony, got a new starter for a car. Damn, they threw this guy raw off the fucking bridge. So that was the guy earlier that gave this person drugs. Just the. Well, there you go. What is it going to do? Give him money? Nothing. Yeah, he did jump. I mean, to be honest, if you're those guys, what do? Either you say, Either you die or you take the money and lie. As much as we want to be the hero, like in a movie, the animal part, the primal I want to live part of your brain was like, well, just lie and live. So pretty much the guy that was thrown off the damn bridge worked for this guy, who was a big earner. And it's like, I wish someone had told me, because I would have done something about it because of all that jazz. And the I wonder what it would be like in a retirement home. Makes me, I mean, I don't know how it all works. I mean, I would assume obviously you're paying a certain amount per month. Is it from your savings? Is it just maybe your like your retirement fund just goes straight to this tier here, or all that case? Does seem like a nice place. Comfy chairs, a lot of furniture around, paintings and stuff. Maybe a TV is probably in there. I guess with the how much Tony has, he probably could afford it. Rich retirement home. You don't know that word. You full of shit. The uncle pretty much wants to. It's like there's never one time that the mom says one nice thing about her son. That's why I get it. I get the whole point of it, but God, that character is just so. I mean, you make me feel sorry for a mob boss. That's what this mom is doing. This mob tier. Making me feel sorry for a fucking mob boss guy. Like, if that's the kind of mom you had to deal with, geez, no wonder Tony ended up the way he is. Cripes. So the wife is now thinking of divorce. I mean, that's probably what should have been thinking about since the beginning of the show. Like I said, I'm a guy. Okay, let me put it this way. I heard of the show. I had seen clips and bits and pieces of the show. A lot of times I'm pretty silent in these commentaries because it's a very dialogue heavy show, and I'm trying to listen to the dialogue. This is my first time watching it, so this is a lot of pauses and kind of just me staring. And it's not something that it's not like an action show or a horror show, so you react a whole lot. It's not. I mean, there's funny bits, but it's not a comedy show. It's a drama. It's a mob boss drama with some bits of humor here and there. And so there's not a whole lot to, quote, react to. So, and I don't know what happens during the seasons throughout. For I understand, there's 6 seasons, and the sixth season was split into 2 parts. So it's almost like there were 7 seasons, but technically there's 6. I do know about the final episode because I remember the hype behind it, and it seems kind of split down the marrow. Some people really like split down the middle, not marrow. Split down the middle. Some people really like the ending. Some people was like, "What the fuck is this? It just nothing. It's fade to black." And then the creator of the show, his view is, in his eyes, Tony Soprano died, but it's also up to the interpretation of the viewer. It's like, in a way, if that's the case, then the director wanted to kill off Tony Soprano, but he knew that if he did that, because people followed this character for 6 years, and even though he was a mob boss, they grew to like and sympathize with him. This whole guy trying to deal with his therapy, trying to get his life in order, and then to find out that all that was for nothing after 6 years, just to end up dying. It makes you wonder, well, why didn't he die? This episode or the next episode, if that's the case. So yeah, I don't follow. So I don't know if he's made the mob family better, if his actual family has gotten to have a better life. If not, and things are just the same, then yeah, I just people would go, well, it's not that there's, quote, a point. It's just that you're just following these characters, and it's just a slice of life. It's just a slice of life of this one mob boss and the ups and downs he went through until his death. So, take that for you will. But yeah, the fact that it ends on such an ambiguous note is kind of leaves a weird taste in one's mouth when watching the show, even for the first time, because you know a bit of what's gonna happen, and it's like, oh, okay, well, what's this all leading up to? So Tony just seen the therapist again, and now we're at a baseball game. And now Tony's talking with his uncle again. So, like, for example, I don't know what happens to this character, the uncle character. I don't know how long he lasts. I don't know if he lasts in season 2 or, hell, by the end of this season. I don't know. The mother character, like I say, I don't know at all. I mean, there's about 8 minutes of this episode. I could try to find out. Who's spoiling? I don't see spoiling. It doesn't bother me as much in this day and age. It really doesn't bother me as much. I'm fine with finding out. Just have to wait for the phone to start. But I don't know, it just doesn't bother me. I know how Breaking Bad ends, but it doesn't bother me watching the show. People go, well, which do you like more, Breaking Bad or this? I mean, I guess by this point I've seen, first bit of Breaking Bad and first bit of this now. Ideas between the two, I would say Breaking Bad I liked a bit more, but this is still a good show. And anytime I see James Gandolfini, I just go, oh man, rest in peace, James Gandolfini, because very talented actor. And not just this show. Let's go through his filmography. His filmography. And he just died way too soon. 51 years old. Died of a heart attack. 51 years old, man. Way too young. Way too young. Well, let's go to his mom. For season 3, a storyline was planned where Livia would be called to testify against her son in court, giving evidence on stolen airline tickets she had received from him. But the actress died on June 18, 2000 before it could be filmed. Existing footage and CGI was used to create a final scene between Tony and Livia in the season 3 episode before the character 2 died. The cost was $250,000. Huh. Interesting. Huh. So, she passed away during that scene. Wow. Hmm. So the uncle here. Just looking at this. Let's see. Junior always watched over Tony, especially after Johnny's death in 1986. Junior guided Tony's ascension in the crime family when Tony took over his father's crew, becoming the family's youngest captain. Hmm. Tony realizes Junior is in an advanced state of dementia and is sad and frustrated that Junior is lost for good. Tony simply looks at Junior and then tearfully leaves his uncle for the last time without saying another word. Before that became wheelchair bound. Wow. Oh, they're definitely being watched. Holy shit. Yeah, things aren't going in so well, it seems. Well, he did say, who's going to be the lightning rod. Junior year is going to be the lightning rod. So now he's the lightning rod. Kind of what Tony wanted. He's going to be the big lightning rod for everybody to look into. There you go. And yeah, Alan Taylor, the director, is the guy who did Thor: The Dark World and Terminator Genesis. The guy who directed this episode. And to be honest, this episode was better than those two movies. So there you go. But yeah, the guy who directed the second episode, Dan Attias, I thought his name seemed familiar. He did Stephen King's Silver Bullet with Corey Haim. Guy who directed the third episode, did a crime job. He did The Laws of Gravity, which, funny enough, that's a film I'm supposed to review sometime this month. John Patterson. He directed 13 episodes of Sopranos and passed away in 2005. Director of the fifth episode did Hollywoodland with Ben Affleck. Director of the next episode, just done a lot of TV. Episode 8, Timothy Van Patten. Oh, the guy who directed episode 8, which not next one, but the one after. He was the villain in Class of 1984 as an actor. Okay, so it's just, again, interesting to look at these here. So that one I would say I liked a bit more than the previous episode. I think being among the family and having all these other characters to bounce off of made it seem like it went a bit faster. I mean, the whole theme with Tony having a crush on his therapist, I'm not sure about that whole thing. I guess that happened. I just take care of it sooner than later and just, I don't know, not worry about it anymore. Guess there's that, but like I said, I don't know if I say that was my favorite part of it, but overall, that was an improvement over episode 5. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.